Hi and welcome. Hey everyone, I'm Sandy and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. So welcome to my Facebook Live, and tonight we are going to be making a fun fold easel card. It's really pretty and I think you're going to like it. Anyway, what a gorgeous day. Now if you're in Ontario, at least mid to southern Ontario, it's a gorgeous day. We got some yard work done. We went to the park with my grandson. And I hope you were able to get out and enjoy the day as well. Let me just set this up. So, let's just make sure it's all working and say hello. Whilst I get myself, there we go. Found me. There we go. We're going to get started right away. I've done a lot of I've done the die cutting, I've done the embossing, and I've done the heat embossing. So I'm trying to keep the length of my videos down a bit. Hey Sandy, welcome. All right, so here we go. Okay, so for the base of the card, and I will be bringing in my trimmer. This may not make a lot of sense the way it is. So I started with a piece of Whisper White thick. Okay, not the skinny stuff, because for an easel card you want it to be able to stand up. So it was 4.5 by 11. I scored it at 5.5. Then I scored it again at 2 3/4. Bone folder. For this you definitely want your bone folder. Alrighty, I just saw a couple messages. Hey Elsie and Debbie and Darlene, welcome. Welcome. Hey, Jean from Delaware. Hello again. All right, so here we go. So that's where I started. I'm going to show you another way of doing this too, because what happened is after I decided on all the pieces, and I realized my card was too wide in the front. So what I did is I cut 1/2 inch off of both sides using my trimmer. So I can show you how I did that. Whoops. Oh, sorry about the big noise. Okay, so here's the original base, and on the side with the 2 3/4 inch score, you're going to take from this end to the 5.5. So let me just line that up at, what did I say, 1/2 inch. Alrighty, welcome everyone. Okay. So I need really good light at night. So I'm going to turn it this way. And here's the 5.5 line here. And because on your cutter, you have these little, I don't know if you can see that little line right there and a little line right there. That lines up with the numbers on the ruler here. So we'll see if I can do this. Nice and neat. Well, on a couple of them I kind of missed. You know, it happens. So, okay, so we're starting at the top, and I'm going to go down to the 5.5 mark, which should add up right there. If you're off by a little bit, notice how I like to push it the rest of the way. If I've gone over, it's not the end of the world, you know. Alrighty. Oh, hi, Bea and Mary. Okay, so there's one side. Yeah, I went over just a teeny bit. It happens. Alrighty, and then we'll do the other side. Now on the card, the base that you saw before, I was actually able to, with bringing my light source really close, actually punch a little dot right here on the score line, so I knew I was in the right spot. But we're going to throw caution to the wind and start at the top, because that's the way I rock and roll. Except I can't see it from the side, or from that way, so I have to turn it sideways so I can see what I'm doing. There's my 1/2 inch for my 5.5, and maybe go a little bit shorter this time. Oh, just a little bit, not bad. Okay, we don't need the trimmer. So that's how, then I just simply cut these off. If you were to make this card yourself, and you had a wide enough, like your paper went to both sides, you could avoid this cutting business. Okay, so you'd have a front that looked like that with a score line. Anyway, cutting these is really simple. It helps if you can cut straight. Again, it's a handmade card, so if you're off by a teeny bit, not the end of the world. Okay, so I'll freshen that up. And what I've noticed, I don't know why, but with this, the thick, I've got all these, like, I don't know what you call them. Well, not on this one too bad, but I had all this, like, little, I don't know, fluffy stuff. I can't think of the right word. Anyway, and I used my emery board to clean up the edges. So that's your card base. But we're going to go back to the first one because I know it's cut properly for sure, for sure. So there we go. It's going to stand up like so. I think you've seen easel cards before. What I'm hoping to do is show you just a really pretty way of doing it. I forgot my scrap paper, so there. I have the back of a paper, so we'll use this one. Yep. Okay, so what I'm going to bring in is Flirty Flamingo. Actually, I have to go this way. Flirty Flamingo. And, ooh, pristine. I love these brushes. They are so thick. I have some that I got off of Amazon, and they're not as thick as this. So my coverage, I found, wasn't quite as nice. I can use them. They're just not as nice. They're not up to the standards I would like. Okay, so this is pretty, and I don't think I need that backing piece right now. So this paper, you've probably seen before. There's the back of it. A little bit wild, but this with the... they're not quite iridescent, but you can actually see, like, there's blues and silvers as you turn the paper. Oh, there's orange. It's really, really pretty, the stars. So, what paper is this? I wrote it down somewhere. Oh, it's the Whimsy and Wonder paper. Oh, I actually remembered that. And what I did is I die cut it using the ornate frames. I haven't used them, like, forever. I just noticed I didn't punch out some of the holes. So while I'm talking, I'm going to punch out those holes. Remember me with my poor take your pick tool. Thought I'd done this. Some of them do get stuck, and it's, like I said, it's okay. You just push them out. No biggie. I had a lot of them today. Oh, I have quite a few. You know what? I cleaned the die. That's what it was. Has everyone seen this paper, I hope? It's really pretty. I've done some other cards using it. So again, Whimsy and Wonder. Do. You know, I can always poke this out after the fact. Maybe. Oh, no, I can't because it's going to be glued. Okay, I take that back. I take it back. Did everyone have a lovely weekend? I hope you got lots done. I can't believe the weather. My daughter's birthday was on the 5th. And when she was born 31 years ago, we had to battle, like, deep snow. It was cold. And she was born 2 hours after I got to the hospital. So snow was, you know, winter babies, you know, they keep you hopping. Anyway, so, and I told her that when we came home from the hospital, after a couple of days, we were having a storm. We couldn't get out of the parking lot, and security guy at the hospital came out. We said, we can't get out. And there we are with a brand new baby, and he just opened and said, just go, which was awfully nice. Brand new parents, first child, you know. Oh, and Sandy, all set for impending snow. Are you expecting snow, Sandy? I just found some more. I thought I was done. I mean, we're all expecting snow, right? It is November after all. Nope, I didn't. Dang. I probably didn't get them out of the white piece either. I am going to get to the blending brushes. Let me see how I did. Oh, much better on this one. I cut the white piece because this for a card front is way too flimsy. It's paper. So I love this paper. It's gorgeous. I love the color. It says on the back of the package of paper that this is Blushing Bride. And I did try this a little bit with Blushing Bride ink, but it didn't show up at all. So I thought, hey, I should get this in screen, shouldn't I? I thought, why not try another color? Now I'll show you my original after, because I used a different color. Okay, so I'm just picking up some ink. It doesn't look like much, but when you do that, you've got a fair bit. So what you want to do is start as light as possible. You can always put on more, but you have a hard time taking it off. I'm just going to do the opposite corners. I really like those snowflakes. I'm just thinking of where my sentiment's going. I think they'll show. All right. So I'm not pressing really hard, and I always, like I said, take some of the ink off first. This should be fairly settled, and if it doesn't show up enough, then I'll just go right to the other color. Yeah, I'm not really seeing it at all, so let's do it again. It worked on my sample. There we go. Don't be so scared of the color, right? Come on, Sandy, you can do it. There's one. I'm just adding interest or drama to it, and not too much. And there is a trick to this. Oh, isn't that pretty? I just noticed that. Ideas. Ideas spring from just about anywhere, don't they? All right. So what you have to do, because this is, it's got foil in it, it's a specialty paper, is you need to take a cloth, any old cloth, and wipe it off so it won't stick to the foil. See? So we just want to make sure that the recipient doesn't get ink all over their fingers, because that wouldn't be nice, would it? Alrighty, so just a little bit of drama in the corners. What do you think? I like that. I think I like it better than my original color, because honestly, all I did was pick up a blending brush and start going at it before realizing like what color exactly it was. I knew what family basically, but you know, that's about it. Oh, which is the name of the, oh wait, I'm gonna go back. Manitoba's on a winter storm watch. Ay, ay, ay. First rain, always rain. You have to make it sloppy first, you know? And then Darlene, sorry, what did I say the name of the border die? This die here? This is the ornate border, no, ornate frames. I think I might have them handy. Or did I put them away? Nope. I wrote myself a note because I put one somewhere and I don't know where it is. I will find it. So it's these dies. This is the one I used. It's large. This I thought was too small for the card. Like, it would have been nice, but I felt like it was too small. I wanted bigger, 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 you know? They're really pretty, very... When it says ornate, they're very ornate, except this one and that one. This one's quite pretty. This one I've actually never used. But anyway, there they are. And like I said, there's one missing, and when I find it, well, so be it. It's here somewhere, probably in my magnetic dish. All right, so again, because this is DSP, I need to make sure it's a little thicker. So this is Basic White Thick. And let's get that glue going. There we go. Notice how I'm avoiding where the holes are, because you know that glue will just go right through it. Alrighty. You have to use enough glue that you'll have that wiggle time to exactly line it up with the piece behind. Looks pretty exact, and I just noticed a couple more that I missed. I like it. I like it. Alrighty. So it's going to go on the card. Well, not quite yet, but it is going to go right there. It's an easel card though, and there you have to make it stand up, otherwise it's just going to do that. So, and I saw this trick. Oh, I think I'm going to keep that handy. I saw this trick by another demonstrator, and I'm sorry I don't remember her name, where quite often we do something like we'll put a flower or a sentiment or something to hold this part from coming down. Now, one piece of Whisper White is not thick enough, so what she did and what I did is I basically I cut this one and embossed it, and then cut two more. I'm going to attach them. Just before though, check out the embossed image here. Am I in the center? You know, the funny thing is I can't tell because that's where the camera grippy thing is. So this is from the set of wintry 3D embossing folders, and I love it because it is whimsical with these little dots here. I thought that was pretty, in that snowflake, and they're all different. Snowflake with a star, different snowflake, and another snowflake. It's just so pretty. Oh, I wanted to show you them. So here they are here. I hope you can see those. Paper, I have paper. Of course I have paper. Hope that should help a bit. So there's the whole thing. So it's the skinny embossing folders. They'll go through the mini, and of course they'll go through the larger as well. And then this one, they're tree boughs, but you know what? Definitely Christmas, but I see this for pretty well any other season. And I like that because if you know me, I like products that are versatile. Winter, year round. There you go. Alrighty. There. Back to it. Let's start gluing. Simple, simple. Oh, the size of this, that would help. I just remembered. So the size of these pieces are all identical. They are 2 inches. I don't even think I wrote it down. I did not. They're 2 inches by 4 1/4 because they're going to go side to side. So they're the actual width of the card. Just do your best to line them up. And I find the best way is to do that like a deck of cards, basically. Chop, chop, chop. That is thick enough to hold everything back. So let's glue that on. We're not necessarily doing this in order because you have to see it standing to see how it worked. I do have to say, taking photographs of the sample card, the first card, was next to impossible. I went 3 different times to take pictures of them because I could not get them to work out. So anyway, this keeps flipping forward. I'm just standing it up like I always do to help line up that bottom line. I don't want it being wonky. I like wonky, but not in this case. There we go, getting there. So for this one, you already know that you are going to only glue here. You're not going to take, of course, only there, but you're not going to take this whole sheet and then cover it in glue. The one thing I want to mention is the reason I cut it is because when it was standing up, I didn't want to see the white sides. Originally, it looked like that. I wanted to see through it. Now, at the bottom, you don't have a choice. You have to line them up. If you don't line them up, your card won't, ask me how I know, your card won't line up. It is true. All right, so to be safe, glue this piece, the 2 3/4 inch piece. Only. If you have Stamp and Seal, anything like that, it will obviously work as well. Now what I want to do is I really would like to get this centered, because as much as you don't often see this part, I want my work to be pretty and I want it to be exact. Let's make sure it closes. That has to move up a little bit more. There we go. It won't go right to the top because the size of the paper isn't to the top. But you see where we're going with this. Like, how pretty would that be sitting on somebody's mantle? Now, having said that, we need sentiments. So I've gone ahead and heat embossed and die cut this piece, and I heat embossed using the metallics embossing powders, and I use the silver out of that 3-pack. And this particular sentiment, which says warm wishes for a happy Christmas, is from Best Year. Very, 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 is that too many? Very versatile set, which I should have beside me. I was putting my stamps away, hard to believe. So you've got your thank you, Christmas, birthday, Father's Day, hello, hey, Father's Day. So they match up, which is pretty cool. That's why I think this is really versatile. Plus, I love this. You know me, I love 2 fonts. I have done this one, and the way that one inked was beautiful. I've used that. I've used most of them. I've used most of them. So what I did is I took one of the Eden's dies. When you die cut it, it looks like this. Eden's dies are brand new. You can actually see them in the Eden's Garden set. You can see those all on my store. Oh, a little reminder, if you couldn't see last week's video, it's because of Facebook. My upline explained it last night. Basically, Facebook looked at it and saw it as spam, and not just me, Canadian demonstrators only. It saw it as spam, thus it isn't allowing anybody to see it. I can look on my Lolly and Sand page. I can see it. You can't see it, apparently. Anyway, I thought of doing this. I'll show you. I thought of doing this and then putting that on the top. But then I went, what am I supposed to do with this piece? And decision made was I have to line it up. Is that backwards now? Nope, it wasn't. Set it down. Okay. Like that. Obviously, it fits right inside and makes a beautiful backing for your sentiment. So, I'm going to glue this. Stay. I'm going to glue this. You know what I didn't use last time? I'm going to try this. This is my Snail. It's not Snail. Stampin' Seal. I was a little reluctant to use it because of the kind of delicate ends. But I'm thinking, what if I could get them both stuck together? Because I do need glue on this outside piece. You going to stay? I didn't get... Whoa. Watch your fingers. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to throw a little bit of this glue on. So I need to make sure that the actual frame stays put. We sure don't want to lose our frame. I mean, it is so pretty. When I first got these, though, I have to say, I looked at this and went, I don't get it. I don't get it. That happens. You question them sometimes. And then what you do is you die cut when you get a new set of dies, die cut every piece. That will help you see what they look like. Now that's going to be a little crooked, so I have to fix it. I don't like crooked. All right. Nobody likes crooked. I mean, crooked happens, but hey, that looks better. Now, notice how I got some glue right there. That's because I have glue on my fingers. I'm just going to use my cloth for a second and get that back. Hey, Valerie, welcome. We're partway through the card. You may have to watch the replay. Anyway, having said that all about Facebook and how it's working these days, I'm going to put the links to my store in the comments because I don't want that to happen again. Of course, I'm going to pop this up. Pop it up. And then we still have another sentiment. Alrighty. I absolutely love silver with white. And then with this Blushing Bride. So pretty. And I'm taking that right back off. You know why? You knew this would happen. I forgot to put my trim on. I hadn't pressed down really hard. Thankfully. And you know what? I'm going to peel off that one. There. And bring back this one. Hopefully I can get away with just doing that in the center. The reason I did that is because you don't want your trim to be on top of the dimensional. No good. Alrighty. So how many times have I used this? Every video? I don't know. A lot. But that just means I really like it. And if I like something, well, use your product. Look, I'm almost done this one. But that's okay because I have 2 more packages. This is the, what's it called? Simply Elegant. I should know by now. Simply Elegant trim. You get gold and silver. I seem to be favoring silver, but it just happens to go with the paper. So I just made that way too long. Wound it. That's because I got talking. Wound it around my fingers. Give it a little pinch. Let's see which way it's going. This way. That might be too big, so I may make that a little smaller. But like I said, the wonkier the better. The wonkier the better for me. Yeah, that's too long. No worries. We'll do it small. Throw caution to the wind and just take a chunk off. That won't go to waste because I can use that as one of those little stick out things. I don't know what they're called. Stems. Stems. I bet they're called stems, not stick out things. Maybe I think I had too much fresh air today. I'm like, where is your brain, Sandy? Well, I'm very relaxed, so I must say that. Just so pretty. I love getting outside when, especially when the leaves are turning. Like, oh, it's my favorite. I'm like, ooh, saying my grandson, look at the trees, look at the trees. Oh, sticky, sticky. Not liking that last loop. So I'm going to tuck it up because it did like a little 8. I know the longest part of my video is me doing this, but it's always worth the wait. There. So it's different than previous times. Sometimes it's on a big angle, sometimes it isn't. You know what? Just go with the flow. And as much as you can't... Oh, you know what? Oh, I do have backings on. I'm like, why isn't that sticking? Okay, you will stick. You will stick. All right, so we're getting there. Woo! All right, so then this is actually from Whimsical Trees, which is part of the set with the paper. And it says, "Let your heart be light." I just thought because it was so nice and like I love the font, and it's small and it is light and on the white. And what did I cut this with? Ooh, this is from the Pillow Box dies, which are super pretty because you can make little pillow boxes and other things. But this is a really nice sentiment die. So I thought I must use it again. It's okay to reuse the same thing over and over. Now what I want to do is just kind of place this down here. And again, there's a method to my madness, which is, oh, it's straight, which is, and I'm not forgetting, is to put on some of these. I've cut off all the excess that's gone. You know, it was just empty paper, in case you're wondering. That's a small sheet. Because look, this size fits right inside the snowflake. As soon as I get it there. Now, I don't have any of the minis, so I'm going to do, I should be able to get this one inside the star. 1, 3, or 5. That looks centered. 1, 2. And where will we put the, I was going to put it over here, but that's way on the edge. And on my first card, you'll see it actually shows. Maybe I could put one over here. Let's find out. They're all the same size this time. I do like to vary them, but since I don't have any small ones. Oh, Valerie, you can always come back and watch the replay. If not, if you can't find it here, go to YouTube. Oh, and hello, Chris. Hello. All right, so there's my little triangle. There's a card. And in here is where you write your message to the recipient. What do you think? Like, I really, really like it. It's so delicate. So delicate. Here's the original. Almost identical. And here's the thing is, I wasn't really liking the fact that you could see that. Not the end of the world. Now, it's hard to believe, but for this one, this is in the red. So this is more of like a cherry cobbler. Really, really, really brushed off a whole ton of color. I just know it's really red. It could be real red too, but I don't think so. This one actually has a bit of a warmer look to it. If you can see that, can you see that? And then this one obviously is a little more, what do you say? It's a little, not orangey maybe, but it's just a little bit more. But I think they're both really pretty. I do. I really like them. I want to remind you of something and tell you something that is happening next week. So you might want to write this down. Okay? On November the 16th to the 18th, 3 days, Stampin' Up! Is having a sale. A sale. It's called the seasonal sale. I'm looking for my notes, but I believe I can still remember what I said. I did this with the team like an hour ago, so I should be able to remember. It's 10% off cardstock. Wait, I better look it up. Reaching for my notes, I'm probably not even in the right book. Yeah, I'm probably not in the right book. It's one or the other. I may have it backwards. 10% off ink. No, 10% off cardstock, 15% off inks, or vice versa, and 20% off dies. Huh, but it gets better. Wait for this. If you know we have a joining special, if you decide to join, and I would love for you to join my team because we have a really nice community, really amazing group of women. So you can get to be a part of our community. You get a 20 to 25% discount on your future orders. you get to enjoy the perks that my team receives. Woo! Alrighty, so the joining special, it's $100. You get to choose $165 in product. Now imagine that on the 16th to the 18th with items on sale, you get even more because you can get the sale items. The items that are on sale are from the annual catalog. Okay, not from the current mini, not the holiday catalog. I will put up a link for signing up. And if I can find it, which I can, I will put up what those percents are because I may have mixed the first two up. Anyway, I thought I'd be quicker today, and I am not. Thank you for your comments. Oh, yep, the twine. If you don't have this, you need it. Oh, this one's not attached very well. Well, that means I can still manipulate it. And when that happens that it's not, you take this, or this end, you take your glue dots, pretend, underneath, you put a little glue dot there, and you press, and that will stay put. I hope that made sense. Anyway, thank you so much for your lovely comments. I will go through and read them. Maybe not tonight. I haven't had supper yet. No. Thank you for your likes. I totally appreciate your shares. Need them. Thank you. And I will see you next Tuesday at 8 p.m. again. Have yourself a wonderful week. If you have any questions, message me for sure. Any questions about the card or about joining, because I would love you to join. And I think that's it. Oh my goodness. Yep. I'm going to go have supper. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.